So we've put a target date out that says we could potentially close down the ACH system in 2030. Now that, if you did my maths earlier, that involves a transition of about $15 trillion worth of payments from ACH to real time. I completely agree with Margaret that you've got to see the value for those payments in moving across and for those use cases. And but we've deliberately put that date out to start that discussion, and particularly with large corporate users, large government users. I think that is important. It's also important then about the capabilities of the modern payment systems in terms of their reach. We're about 90% of accounts in Australia, so there's a remaining 10%. There's questions about capacity when you get to those volumes, resilience, ISO 20022 harmonization becomes important because you've got the cross-border piece in there as well.
What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's doing well, and we're going to dive into some recent news today. So first up, big thanks to 707 Crypto for sharing this clip. This was the Australian Payments Network CEO Andy White. Next up, shared by Zaman Wallet, I thought this was pretty cool and perfect for gifting crypto and onboarding new users. Ever wanted to send crypto to anyone via a voucher? Now you can. We introduced the Voucher X app on Zahao. So now people can create and redeem vouchers packed with a preset amount of XAH, the native token on Zahao network. So this seems like a really cool way to onboard new users. We can also see that vouchers are non-custodial as the funds are managed by a hook XRP native smart contracts on Zahao. Next up, shared by Good Morning Crypto, I want to play a quick clip of Ripple President Monica Long.
I think it would be very sensible for someone to launch an XRP ETF. XRP has been, trading is one of the, within the top 10 for how long? Maybe its entire life. And on the top exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken, it's certainly in the top 5 of daily volume. Oh, the other factor there, because of the court's ruling last year, XRP and Bitcoin are the only 2 crypto assets in the United States with clarity from the government. That's pretty meaningful. We're all excited about the ETH ETFs coming out, but I'm also excited to see more.
Next up, shared by Coinbase, we have good news for New York users. So Render, HBAR, Akash Network, Helium, and Aptos are now available to New York residents. I also saw the Algorand Foundation sharing that Coinbase now supports USDC on Algorand. Looking at Algorand's VM versus the Ethereum virtual machine, Algorand's network is robust, it's legitimate, Silvio McCallie is a really smart guy, it was really popular last cycle, and can this make a comeback? So hopefully building applications natively with Python will be a big deal to bring more applications and users back to Algo. Because there are dozens of newer Layer 1 networks in this space, different use cases, but we have Toncoin also gaining adoption. I also saw Alex France.algo sharing this regarding the European Central Bank, Algorand, and Bank of Italy. So he is retweeting this post by Target Services, linking to the European Central Bank's website, and we can see dated on June 21st, second group of participants chosen to test distributed ledger technology for settlement and central bank money. We know a couple of years ago the Bank of Italy selected blockchain technology from Algorand to support a new digital guarantees platform. We can also go on Bank of Italy's website and you can see them mentioning Algo if you just do a control find in this article. So Alex says one of the 3 unique ways studied by the European Central Bank as a potential solution to facilitate interactions between target of the ECB real-time gross settlement services and DLT-based platforms based on Algorand. I guess I just want to see any updated documentation if there is any, because I don't want to over-speculate, and again, if these organizations or central banks and FIs are leveraging technology or actually leveraging the public network, they're not necessarily going to broadcast it. But if I'm sleeping on this news and any information, please let me know. We've talked about the Target Services before for XRP, a variety of networks in the payment space, so Target Services we can see financial market infrastructure. We have T2 for settling payments, we have Target 2 Securities for settling securities, and we have TIPS for instant payments. And just recently posted by the European Central Bank, dated on June 21st, about 5 days ago, we can see a bunch of different participants, global banks, and market DLT operators. Just scroll down, just a big old list of some groups that we've named before. Next up, so we've gone over the recent news of Archax shared by Yoshitaka Kitao. Ripple collaborates with Archax to bring hundreds of millions of dollars of tokenized real-world assets to the XRP ledger. We've also shared clips of the CEO of Archax before, and we have Cowboy Crypto sharing this, Graham Rodford, the CEO of Archax. And we've heard how bullish he is on the future of this space, literally saying dozens of trillions of dollars. Who is partner at Omni Partners for 6 years, I believe a $1.4 billion hedge fund, and also ex-HSBC head of operations before that. Next up, I saw RippleX share this regarding Infinite Block in the XRP ledger. So Infinite Block Custody now supports the XRPL, pursuing the expansion of blockchain services through compliance with domestic regulations. Infinite Block is the only custody company in Korea that has completed the Virtual Asset Service Provider VASP license since last year, and has blockchain infrastructure that can comply with all regulations not only for domestic projects, but also when overseas services enter the country. Launch of XRPL custody, cross-border transactions, grants, etc. will be safely entrusted, providing escrow, transfer, and storage in compliance with regulations. Infinite Block plans to provide consulting for regulatory compliance of key XRPL initiatives and ecosystem builders. So we can check out their website down below. So this is originally in Korean. If you translate it to English, I had a little laugh seeing custody as custody. So definitely another custody company to keep tabs on. We have Altcoin Daily sharing that Mt. Gox is to distribute $9.2 billion in Bitcoin to creditors in July of this year. So we've seen this news happen before over the years. We'll see if this happens, but definitely interesting. Next up, from the Linux Foundation. So this group is absolutely massive. We'll go into this. They are basically the group that gave birth to the Hyperledger Foundation. So we know the Hyperledger Foundation, large companies, Fortune 500, some crypto projects that we know, Casper, Hedera, Ripple, Stellar, a bunch, Energy Web Token. When you look at their full DLT landscape, you're going to see a bunch of projects listed, Quants, Polkadot, etc. And we know under the vendor directory for Hyperledger, we can also see Casper Labs. But this article came out yesterday saying Linux Foundation announces intent to form LF Decentralized Trust. This new umbrella organization builds on the global strength of existing Linux Foundation blockchain and digital identity projects, and creates room to support a rapidly growing decentralized technology landscape. We know BCG right here, asset tokenization alone is predicted to have a $16 trillion market cap by 2030. And what's cool is as we do a control find for Hedera, we have Hedera right here, alongside Deutsche Telekom, which is also on Hedera's council. And we have a quote from Charles Atkins, the president of Hedera. So excited to see what this could mean for Hedera joining the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust and any other networks in the future. Next up, shared by Santiment, we're observing one of the highest social volume and dominance spikes for the word bottom in the last year. Study what happened historically when similar events took place. So come on baby, let's bring that market bottom as soon as possible, and we can only hope that we are in or close to a bottoming structure like the past. We also know it's more and more likely that the trading for Ethereum spot ETFs could be live this summer, so bring it as soon as possible. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to wait another month or two. I want it right now, and I want a nice surprise. And that's the same thing I'm looking at when looking at the Bitcoin price chart, the Ethereum price chart, the total market caps, and a variety of altcoins. Looking at the monthly RSI, when we see the weekly RSI curl up, we're going to know. So here's the weekly RSI for the total crypto market cap. We need to see this find its bottom and curl back up. And even some of these alt Bitcoin price charts are in free fall, and they have to find their bottom and retrace eventually. And last but not least, guys, we have iTrustCapital linked in the top of the YouTube video description and in the pinned comment. I've been using this platform for just over 4 years. And just like last cycle, I'm looking forward to the day where alts perform again. This is something cool I wanted to share, the introduction to backdoor Roth IRAs. Understanding how a backdoor Roth IRA works can be beneficial for high-income earners looking to enhance their retirement savings. A backdoor Roth IRA is not an official type of retirement account, but rather a method of opening a Roth IRA, which is 100% tax-free for those who exceed the income limit set for traditional Roth IRA contributions. This approach allows high-income earners to enjoy the benefits of a Roth IRA, notably its tax-free growth. So how does a backdoor Roth IRA work? Number 1, you start by contributing to a traditional IRA because there are no income caps on who can make non-deductible contributions to traditional IRAs. Number 2, after contributing, the next step is to convert these traditional IRA funds into a Roth IRA. And this conversion is available for any individual regardless of annual income, so definitely something interesting if you speak with your financial advisor. Number 3, essentially, the backdoor Roth IRA process transforms taxed money in a traditional IRA into tax-free growth potential in a Roth IRA. So I just wanted to share that for any existing Roth IRA holders that still want to contribute but might not be able to based on their income. So feel free to check out iTrustCapital if you're interested. You can check out their pricing. There is no monthly fee, there's no annual fees, hidden custodial fees, etc. Just a 1% transaction fee whenever you buy and sell. If you're simply holding, you're not paying anything. And they're also going to be adding a bunch of new features and investment options later this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Huge thank you to all that hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.